boxing history. Here comes the monster.
The story of Naoya Inoue made Mexico cry. With this brutal knockout is not just about a boxer throwing punches. It is the tale of a quiet and polite young man from Japan who terrified an entire boxing nation. With 27 wins and 24 knockouts, Inoue earned fear and respect every time he stepped into the ring. Over the years, he faced Mexico's finest champions, destroying them one by one. His fists turned dreams into nightmares, and soon, fans everywhere called him the Mexican Executioner. Through these fights, Inoue fueled an old rivalry between Japan and Mexico, a clash of two boxing worlds built on courage, pride, and the will to stand tall. What follows are the moments that made history when fighting became something close to art. In 2014, still early in his professional career, Inoue had already cleared the Japanese boxing scene. People praised his speed, power, and intelligence, but stepping into the international stage was a different challenge. His sixth professional fight came against Adrian El Confesor Hernandez, the reigning WBC champion from Mexico. Hernandez had defended his belt 4 times and came with a reputation of his own. But from the opening bell, Inoue made his intentions clear. He charged forward, throwing big right hands that crashed into Hernandez as if punishing an old enemy. The Japanese crowd roared, sensing something special. Hernandez, proud and brave, tried to fight back. But Inoue's counters were sharp and quick, slicing through every defense. Each time Hernandez stepped forward, he walked into pain. The Japanese fans clapped and shouted, feeling the power of each blow. Inoue didn't hold back. He pelted Hernandez with crushing left hooks, punishing every attempt to recover. Yet Hernandez, showing the spirit that made Mexican boxing famous, refused to quit. He kept moving, kept hoping for a way to turn the fight around. Midway through the fight, the referee paused to check on Hernandez, concerned by the damage he had taken. But even then, the danger hadn't passed. In the 6th round, Inoue found his moment. With perfect timing, he landed a clean right hand that dropped Hernandez to the canvas. Hernandez, beaten and exhausted, turned to the referee and whispered, "No mas," a sign of surrender that marked the end of the fight. That night, Inoue's name spread further. His reputation as a nightmare for Mexican fighters had begun. Not long after, Inoue's path led him to Omar El Huracan Narvaez, a future Hall of Famer. Narvaez was not an ordinary challenger. He had defended world titles 27 times, an incredible record. Fans wondered if Inoue could do to Narvaez what he had done to Hernandez. The answer came quickly. Like lightning, Inoue landed a powerful shot that made Narvaez's legs wobble. Moments later, another punch sent Narvaez crashing to the canvas as if struck by a force beyond boxing. Narvaez got up, determined to continue, but Inoue had tasted blood. His left hook, already feared by many, struck again, dropping Narvaez a second time. During that exchange, Inoue injured his right hand, a painful setback in such a high-stakes fight. Yet, even with the injury, he lifted his arms to the cheering crowd, a quiet sign that he wasn't done. As Narvaez struggled to recover, Inoue found a final chance. He delivered a combination to the body so powerful that Narvaez fell, clutching his ribs, the pain too much to hide. The crowd watched in awe. In that moment, Inoue proved not only his power, but also his courage to fight through injury. In 2015, after injuring his right hand against Narvaez, Inoue returned to the ring to defend his WBO title against David Carmona, another fierce Mexican fighter. Carmona had built a reputation for his toughness. With 20 wins and the determination to fight anyone. On May 8th, the two met in a contest that felt like more than a title defense. It felt like a test of spirit. From the opening moments, both fighters traded heavy punches. Inoue, still recovering from his injured right hand, relied more on his left. Carmona refused to back away, determined to show that even a monster could be challenged. Inoue, however, showed why he was special. He combined left hooks with sharp right hands, his punches growing faster and harder as the fight progressed. At one point, Inoue struck Carmona's head with a powerful straight punch, worsening his own hand injury. Forced to fight mostly with his left hand, Inoue kept attacking. Carmona, sensing weakness, tried to take advantage. He fired back with his own punches, proving why he had earned respect in the boxing world. Yet Inoue, even limited, was still stronger and faster. Carmona's chin, as hard as stone, absorbed Inoue's best shots. The crowd gasped as Carmona stayed upright, refusing to fall. Inoue, growing frustrated but determined, unleashed flurries of punches, hoping to end the fight. But Carmona kept coming forward, bloodied but unbroken. As the final round approached, Inoue knew a knockout might not come. In the last 3 minutes, he pressed forward, using his injured right hand to land a clean punch. He tried for a finish, but Carmona survived. When the final bell rang, the judges awarded Inoue a clear victory by unanimous decision. Though it wasn't a knockout, Inoue's dominance was never in doubt. Next, Inoue faced Ricardo Meserito Rodriguez, Mexico's #2 contender. Rodriguez had stopped his last 4 opponents and believed he could surprise the champion. But Inoue was patient, studying his rival's every move. In the first rounds, he tested Rodriguez's defense, waiting for an opening. As the fight continued, Inoue started landing his famous 1-2 combination and a precise left hook. Rodriguez, brave and determined, refused to go down easily. Inoue adjusted his plan, throwing his left hook harder and more often, seeking a break in Rodriguez's armor. Early in the third round, Inoue's plan worked. He knocked Rodriguez down with a clean shot. Rodriguez rose, only to be knocked down again moments later by another left hand. The referee counted, but Rodriguez couldn't continue. Inoue's victory was complete. Once again, no Mexican could stop him. In May 2024, Inoue faced perhaps his most dangerous Mexican rival yet, Luis Neri. Neri was known for controversy. He had tested positive for banned substances before and had missed weight, tarnishing his reputation. Still, his record was impressive: 35 wins and only 1 loss. Millions of fans watched, waiting to see if Inoue could handle this challenge. The fight began with high tension. Inoue threw powerful right hands, aiming to end it early. Neri attacked boldly, and in a shocking moment, landed a huge left hook that dropped Inoue to the canvas for the first time in his career. The Japanese crowd gasped, fearing disaster. But Inoue rose, his eyes showing calm determination. In the very next round, Inoue responded with a knockdown of his own, returning the favor. The crowd erupted. The fight had turned into a fierce battle, each fighter trading blows, testing each other's will. By the third round, Inoue had found his rhythm. He pressed forward, landing combinations that hurt Neri. In the fifth round, trapped against the ropes, Neri tried to defend. Inoue struck with short left hooks, dropping Neri for a second time. Then, an uppercut, followed by a right hand, ended the fight. Inoue's victory was complete. Later, he admitted that Neri's history of cheating fueled his desire to finish the fight decisively. In May 2025 at the T-Mobile Arena, Inoue faced Ramon Dinamita Cardenas. With 26 wins, only one close loss, and a devastating left hook, Cardenas believed he could shock the world. It was the biggest opportunity of his career, and he entered the ring with quiet confidence. From the start, Cardenas didn't show fear. He threw jabs, moved well, and tested Inoue's timing. Inoue, usually comfortable, found himself in a real fight. Near the end of the second round, Inoue got too close and paid the price, taking a hard shot that made the crowd gasp. For a moment, everything felt uncertain. Inoue knew he had to adapt. Drawing Cardenas into exchanges, he began punishing him with well-timed countershots. His punches grew sharper, finding their mark. By the fifth round, Inoue's control was clear. He attacked with combinations, each punch making Cardenas step back. The fight became a lesson in precision and power. Inoue's footwork, timing, and speed overwhelmed Cardenas. Even as the Mexican tried to fight back, Inoue stayed one step ahead. Every exchange ended with Inoue landing the final, harder punch. Fans saw the champion's true skill. It wasn't just power that made Inoue special. It was the ability to stay calm under pressure, to adjust, and to find victory even when challenged. Through each fight, Naoya Inoue made Mexico cry with this brutal knockout. His path was built on talent, discipline, and a fierce will to win. From Hernandez to Narvaez, from Carmona to Rodriguez, from Neri to Cardenas, Inoue faced Mexico's best. Each time, he walked away with victory, leaving behind a trail of broken dreams and proving why they call him the Monster. This journey is more than a list of wins. It shows the heart of a champion who respects his opponents but never holds back. Every punch, every round, every knockout told the world that fighting can be both brutal and beautiful. And through it all, Naoya Inoue stood at the center, quiet, fearless, and unstoppable.